Helldivers 2 basically enacted an act of war against the players by having them sign into a PSN account when plenty of players do not want to do that because they don't have PlayStations, and just having other companies track you and send you information and things like that, it's just, people aren't really into that. I mean, it's a big reason why Oculus had to get rid of the Facebook verification, because people were just didn't want to link their accounts together due to various different reasons. Okay, so having this verification pretty much led to a full-fledged revolt, and the players were ready to go to war with PlayStation and Arrowhead, bombing the Steam reviews just negatively. Over 200,000 negative reviews by the players. Just, they are very passionate about this game and they love this game, and anything that's gonna affect them, they're just gonna group together and bombard it. It's kind of similar to the game, you know what I mean? Helldivers does really promote teamwork. After a while, PlayStation and Arrowhead kind of just gave up and gave into the players' demands, because 200,000 players, or just even having that much negative reviews on a game, is not a good look, and it's not really living up to player satisfaction. Well, one community manager named Spitz has been let go because of this. See, Spitz was a real Helldiver, a real hero for the video game industry. Spitz actually encouraged players to leave negative reviews about the game, and hoping that it would lead to more dialogue between PlayStation and Arrowhead to consider the decision they made, because it seemed so drastic to the players and they probably didn't think it was that big a deal. But nevertheless, Sony and Arrowhead found out about it and Spitz got released. It doesn't seem that Spitz is actually some form of sadness Spitz is experiencing. They basically had their dream job, and I quote, "I wanted to work for Arrowhead because they're my all-time favorite studio. I got the chance. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'd happily continue working for them if I had a chance, but it isn't up to me or anyone else in here. I can walk away happy, and I don't want to cause anyone trouble on my behalf, especially to the people I still have a lot of care and respect for." End quote. Yo, that is like, that just kind of saddens it for me, but just puts that much more respect for Spitz. And one of the reasons why Spitz did that is because Spitz thought it was a part of their job, man. Like, Spitz wanted to be a community manager and represent what the community was feeling, and that's what they did. And here's another quote by Spitz. "Generally, it's not a good idea to tell people to refund and leave negative reviews when you're a community manager. Today I learned," Spitz said. "I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate even more that everyone can play the game again without restrictions. I knew I was taking a risk with what I said about refunding and changing reviews. I stand by it. It was my job to represent the community. That's what I did." End quote. Hey man, that is the most baller, cool, just awesome thing a community manager could do, man. Just Spitz kind of jumped down the nade for the rest of the team, the rest of the players, and honestly, if I'm being 100% truthful to my feelings, I don't think they should have fired Spitz. If anything, Spitz saved Helldivers 2 from losing a massive amount of people. When it comes to things like linking accounts and privacy, people get really like uptight and defensive when it comes to their information. And Spitz just promoting how the community is feeling and actually rallying behind the community as a good community manager. I can't find any fault in that. But nevertheless, you know, the overlords, the Sony corporate overlords, aren't gonna stand for that. This isn't a democracy when it comes to them. Even though we might have won this battle, you know, when it comes to the end of the day, the corporations are gonna find a way to find data and get it out of you. But for right now, the Helldivers player base has won the battle, and hopefully it stays this way. I think it will, but you know, you never know, man. These things change on the flip of a dime. But for right now, let's rejoice and just appreciate what Spitz did. I know Spitz isn't like the whole movement or whatever. There's plenty of people, but just to have a community manager standing there with the people is one of the coolest things I've heard in a very long time. Anyways, it's me, Sleek Shadow. Till next time, for all the socials. Peace out, y'all.